Hello, my name is Aveen and I am an intuitive counsellor. I'm a shamanic healer, channel, meditation teacher, spiritual teacher. You're very, very welcome. This is an energy update for the rest of November heading into December. So we're midway through November now, and many of you are possibly dealing with a lot of anger, frustration. There has been a cleaning out of old anger, old frustrations. And even though you may feel that there's other people who are triggering this anger, it's actually stuff within yourself. And the people who show up, have been showing up since November, who are triggering this anger for you, are simply giving you an opportunity to delve deeper into that anger. So don't shoot the messenger, so to speak. Those people are crossing your path for you to actually recognize that there is some aggression, some deep, deep hurt, because anger is always a mask for pain. And it's also a call back into our own personal power. So if you're feeling frustrated, if you're feeling a sense of fury or passive aggression, it's a call for you to go inside and to see where the roots of those beliefs, because it's your anger, your emotional response is not coming from nowhere. It's coming from beliefs that you have about yourself. Maybe those beliefs are that you feel judged for being different, or you're not embraced as you show up for people, or you don't feel you can be authentic, you can be genuine when you're around groups of people. These are very common themes at the moment. And people feeling isolated, people feeling like, they're in a room of 100 people, but they're just not connecting. They're not feeling that sense of harmony. What I want you to know is many people have been feeling these issues. And as we move now, we've only got 1 week left of Mercury retrograde. So as the Mercury retrograde, as Mercury goes direct and we feel the softness of that, you're going to feel the benefits of the beautiful light codes. We've been having a lot of light codes come in, a lot of sun energy, moon energy. We've had the full moon in Taurus there on the 12th, which we've moved past now. And we're letting those energies settle into our bodies now. So what I've felt is a great sense of really connecting to who I've become and being totally free with expressing that into the world. Regardless, there's a great sense of, and you'll see this if you look back into my past videos in the last few months, there's this really strong feeling, and I'm sure you're feeling it too if you're watching this message, of owning your gift, whatever gift you brought forward into this incarnation. Everybody upon birth is born with a gift, and it's up to us to actualize that gift. It's up to us to bring that gift into this physical space and to really flesh it out and to express it and share it and live it. And when we do that, there is tremendous support. There is absolute guidance, direction. The universe can really step in, because that's the agreement that we made prior to birth in this lifetime. We said that we would explore this gift and we would take it with us, and we would discover it, we would learn about it, we would embody it. This is about embodying that sense of a mission, of purpose that you've had since you were a child. Or maybe you're someone who's just recently woken up to consciousness and you've woken up to these new healing gifts. I'm getting that strong as well. Some of you, this is more of a latent awakening, which is fine. It doesn't matter when you wake up as long as you wake up, right? So it's about embodying that consciousness. What does being awake mean to you? This is where you need to get clarity. What does having a high conscious life mean to you? How does that change and affect your lifestyle? What changes do you need to make now to embody the expression of your natural gift? What needs to happen? What do you need to release? What thoughts do you need to stop thinking all the time because they're limiting you? And when you've made that transition, you've released those thoughts, what are you going to replace those thoughts with? How would you like to think about yourself? You see, we can say, well, I would love to love myself and I would love to embody my gift. But unless you're actually taking the steps and doing the action work to back that up, it's just lip service. So are you actually sharing your gift with other people? Are you seeing people? If you want to be a healer, are you actually allowing yourself to heal people, to help people, to hold a space for them? If you say you want to be a teacher, are you teaching? If you want to be a dancer, are you dancing? If you want to make music, are you actually out in the world sharing your music? Are you practicing your music? Are you saying to people, I'm going to go to this public place and I'm going to share my music with everybody? Now, I'm not saying to be a musician you have to go public and share your music with the whole world. But what I'm saying is this important theme of embodiment, embodying who we have become. We didn't come here for no reason. We came here to have the physical expression of the source energy. And that's going to be something so unique to everybody. So my expression of source is going to look and sound and feel very, very different to your expression of source. Both are valid and beautiful and important, and they need each other. But only you get to decide what that means and how you're going to live that. So if you really feel you've stepped into a higher consciousness in the fifth dimension, what does that mean? Maybe it means getting rid of your TV. Maybe it means eating more whole food, food from the tree, food from the earth, from the ground. Maybe it means getting to bed earlier, being kinder to your body, getting more rest. These are just examples of embodying who you say you've become, who you want to be, who you know deep down you are. So when you're doing those unconscious things, like staying up late watching Netflix or eating the wrong foods that don't agree with you, you're able to say to yourself, no, this doesn't match up. This doesn't equal who I know I truly am deep down inside. When you're reactive, back to the anger stuff that's been going on with a lot of people, when you're feeling that frustration, where you're angry at yourself and then therefore projecting that anger out to others, recognizing that and saying, whoa, that's not who I am. I'm not an aggressive person. I'm not a defensive person. Deep down, I'm this still, calm, loving being. And I want to interact in the world in a loving way. I want to be able to express love in all my interactions. That's not to say that there are not times for anger, because there are. There are times for you to express anger and to respect yourself and to use discernment and to know when somebody's crossing that boundary. So please don't underestimate the power of healthy anger, appropriate anger, and anger that is in the right time, in the right frame. But if you're just feeling a lot of lower, dense, heavy feelings for no reason right now, it's up to you to explore why you're feeling that way. And it's up to you to question that voice inside your head that's causing you distress. And to say, why are you reacting like this? What are you believing to be true for you to have this reaction? Is it true? Is it really true? How can you know it's true? How can you be absolutely sure that you're not enough, or that you're not lovable, or whatever the limiting belief is? We have to communicate with our ego and with our lower self. We have to negotiate. It's important to have that open channel of communication, self with self, because then we're able to make the changes. But if we stay unconscious and stay asleep, no change happens, nothing happens. For the rest of November, we have much, much brighter energy coming in, I'm happy to say. Do finish and complete anything that's unresolved or unfinished, as we have the last week of the Mercury retrograde in the next week of November. We are coming towards the end of a decade. There is a timely shift happening into 2020. So what were the promises you made yourself for this time? What were the things that you said to yourself that you would achieve, that you would accomplish, that you would experience? I don't mean they have to be big, broad, worldly recognized things. They don't. They can be very personal. They can be very private and very subtle. They can be subtle things, little nuances in our energy that we're like, oh yeah, I told myself that I would explore that part of myself, before this time is out. Or I promised myself this year that I would give myself the time and the energy to value that new experience. This is a good time to do that. This is a good time to clear out those little gremlins, those little promises and agreements that we made with ourselves that are still lying unfulfilled. Especially this Mercury retrograde, because this is an unusual time. It's not a typical Mercury retrograde. So you have the support. And that's what we're feeling now. There's tremendous, and I've been saying this since the summer, the support that we're feeling flood in, all of us sensitives, for being our unique selves, whatever that is, and for being comfortable in this physical world, that is huge now. There is exponential support, guidance and love and synchronicity flowing to you to help you get on your path and to really take flight now. So I hope that this message helps you in some way, in many ways, and please give me a thumbs up, and I'll chat to you soon. Namaste.